Hi everyone, we're going to continue to look at data cleaning, and specifically want to point out why it's important to clean data. There are actually surveys on how much time that data scientists spend on data preparation, and maybe not very surprisingly, a lot. A lot of people, data scientists, would say that they spend over 80% of the time on preparing data, from cleaning, putting things into format, right format, and so on. And the reason that it's so important to data cleaning is a lot of other building blocks that you will need to go through, including visualization or coming up with the algorithm, actually dependent on how the quality of the data. For example, you want to do classification, and then you need to better have the label to be properly formatted in the data. And there's also a famous saying for that: garbage in, garbage out. So if your data is not clean, then any result that you derive from the data would likely be inaccurate. So we actually have a name for doing this kind of job. We call it data janitor. And also that all of us are data janitor. In that you want to analyze data, it's incredibly important for us to be able to first clean the data so that any result that we come up with will be correct. So how to reduce the amount of data cleaning that we may need to do? So one very good place to start is to write clean code. So specifically, when we write code, we want to be careful about how we format our code, so that if we are going to analyze the code or analyze the data we're going to generate using the code will be properly formatted. Actually, the importance of formatting the code or using the right amount of white spaces versus using tab, it actually gets a popular culture in Silicon Valley to show. Some of you may have seen it. And there we say, one of the characters would say that there's no way I'm going to be with someone that uses space over tab. So this is actually a very funny phrase that kind of look at the two camps of people. One really want to use spaces, the other wants to use tabs. And this is actually a very important problem. So if you use it, try to do coding in a company or in a team, often there's already some coding practices in place which to unify what every team member would need to do. And if you don't do it, and you try to check in code into a company repository, then we see that there are potentially a lot of conflicts. Or maybe there are cases that you would say, your code actually are making a lot of changes to existing repository. But why is that? It turned out that it's just because of different uses of space. For example, a tab could be 2 spaces, or a tab could be 3 spaces. So you're using different definition of spaces, you will end up having a lot of these differences, even though the program is exactly the same. So try to write clean code, so that will avoid a lot of headache, a lot of mystery when you try to check in code or generate data. So what we look at in this video is the importance of data cleaning, and also how you yourself can help reduce the data cleaning that you yourself may need to do or other people may need to do.